Okay, hi. I'm back here to show you how to do the box, as I promised in my last video. And I'm gonna start. I already prepped the paper that I'm gonna use in the box. Like I said before, I use dictionary paper. I just cut the pages out and cut it in half. And then if I need to cut in the middle, I just do that. But this box, the shape of it is a little bit different from the one I worked in the previous video. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing you're gonna do is, my preference is Aleene's tacky glue, but you can use whatever glue you want. I mean, as long as it pastes on the surface you're working on, that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and put some glue on it. And then I have here a sponge brush, and what you're gonna do with the sponge brush is just gonna go ahead and spread all that glue all over the paper. I use this because it's easier and you don't have to like get your hands all over with glue. And basically you can spread the glue all over the paper. So very careful. You just spread that glue. If you see that there's parts that need a little bit more, you should just go ahead, put some more. And then go ahead and spread that glue. Spread it out all over the paper. Once you're done, you're going to grab your paper and then paste it around the box. It's very simple. Nothing fancy here. Very simple task. That's the beauty of this, because it's so easy to do. See, that's what you got. Then again, you grab another strip of paper. I think this one is good enough. We're just gonna go and put some glue on. Then, once you finish doing this, since you see this little edge here, all you're going to do is cut a little bit on the edges, because this thing has round edges. So if you fold it right now, it's not going to look right. Just go ahead and cut the edges. And then, we're going to spread some glue. Oops, I keep putting this thing here, and I'm going to glue all over the place. It's also easy to take off, like if it's somewhere in your table or whatever, you just rub it off and that's it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. You can't see because I'm a lefty. You see, this is how it looks. You're gonna put a little bit of the glue inside the box, and with your finger you're just gonna spread it out a little bit. Then you're going to fold this so it will paste in the inner side of the box. That's all you need to do. Just press it until it's pasted, because the glue is going to work for you. See? Now the edge, where edge is gone. So we're going to put a little bit of that glue again inside the box. I'm sorry, I'm a lefty, so that's why you can't see how I put the glue in. And I can angle the camera like that. So like I said, don't worry if it gets dirty a little bit. This thing, once it's dry, you can just push it out and that's it, rub it out. Okay, so now for the back part, all we need is another strip. Now this one is going to be the whole way, because if I do half of it, it's not going to cover the whole part, the back part. So the difference now, instead of putting the glue on the paper, we're just going to go ahead and just use some glue on top of the box. The same thing. I kind of use the zigzag form because it's easier than afterward with the sponge brush to use. Then you get your sponge brush, right? And you're just gonna spread it out as much as you can. Spread out that glue. And the reason I'm using this is because if you spread out the glue, you won't have those big blobs of glue and your paper is going to be plain flat. So make sure you get one of these. These are very cheap, so just go get one. And I reuse them. I kind of go and let it sit there, wait until it dry, put it back on my brush holder, and then I use it again until it's all messed up. Once it's messed up, I throw it away and get a new one. That's it. Simple as that. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. The more simple, the better. And the more messy, the better. Okay, here we go. So, you press that paper there till it's glued. Press it inside a little bit more with the glue. So now you see that you have like an excess border of paper. So all you do is you're gonna get, see right here, we need a little bit more glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit more glue in there. See, make sure all your little borders have enough glue, and if they don't, just go and put some more, because then what happens, the paper is going to lift, so you don't want that. Okay. Alright. So now that that's done, we'll press it again a little bit, and we're going to cut it out. Just cut that paper out. I have a light, so I don't know if you can see if the camera is picking that up, but if you put it against the light, you can see the border of the box, so it's easier to cut it. So as you go against the light, you'll see the shadow, and it's going to be easier to cut, and you're gonna have that perfect shape. This is like an oval sort of shape. It's not completely oval, but it's sorta oval. Okay, see, done. Really good. Now, the lid is the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on top of it. this is where the fun starts. I have these stickers and I want to do something a little bit different. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply one sticker here and one sticker here. So I'm just going to open this. And choose the ones I like. These stickers are very pretty and very vintage look. So this is what I'm aiming again in this box. So I'm gonna use the butterfly. This one, it says forever and always. And these are kind of embossed a little bit. They're very pretty. So I'm gonna put this one here, right there. And then I'm gonna use, I want to use two of them. Travel. There's one here that says travel. It's very pretty too. All of them are really pretty. So I'm gonna just put this one right there. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, since these colors are pink and kind of blue-ish, I don't know if the camera is picking that out. See, there's kind of a purple and pink, greens and blues. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Distress ink by Tim Holtz. I'm gonna use his Dusty Concord, which is kind of a purple color. I'm gonna use also the Distress ink Faded Jeans, and I don't have the green because they don't have green down here from Tim Holtz, but I have this one, a little one that I can kind of use. It kind of doesn't make the same effect, but I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna use a little bit of Vintage Photo. So we're gonna put this ones apart because I'm not gonna use them. And okay, Tim Holtz has a tool for him to use his inks. I really don't have them because for me they're a little bit pricey, but it's okay. Hopefully one day I will get some of those, and because they're kind of easy to use and it's a nice tool. But I've seen people on YouTube using this type of sponges. These are make-it sponges, so they're very cheap and they do the work. So we're gonna start with some of that green. I don't have a sponge for green, but I have more sponges, so we're gonna just go ahead, grab a new one and have a new sponge for the green color. So what you want to do is just dab the color into the sponge. Okay, so once you dab a little bit on the ink, you're gonna have this on the sponge. So all we're gonna do is dab around the areas you want that color. I want the green around the stickers so it won't ruin them that much, but you're gonna have to put a little bit on top of it, and don't worry about it because it looks really nice. It's gonna look really vintage, and you know, mixing all those colors will give you a nice result. So I'm gonna use that on one side, then I'm gonna use maybe in this one, since I don't have green, I'll use a little bit of the blue. So we're gonna go ahead, get the blue sponge, dab a little bit of ink, and then go around this one. easy. Now we're gonna work on the bottom part, and the same. You just go ahead and grab whatever color you want. You just put a little here, a little there. Okay, so now that I have everything covered, the lid, the bottom of the box, and the rest of the box, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of the Tim Holtz Distress Ink Vintage Photo to give more kind of old look. So I'm going to grab my brown sponge and start dabbing. And look, the effect it's gonna make is really nice. It's gonna look more vintage. So all you need to do is go in the border like that. Just the border. You don't need to do the whole thing. Well, if you want to do the whole thing, well, good for you. If you want to make it more, you know, I guess more old. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the borders of the lid. I'm also going to go ahead and look at the effect. I think it's pretty neat. And then I'm going to go ahead and remember, this is the part of the lid that I didn't cover with paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some of that ink in this border. Now, like I said, I never completely satisfied with the looks, and afterwards I'm going to show you how to make it even more cool than just applying ink to that border. You don't have to be perfect for this. It's just to give like a background. So when I apply the acrylic color on top of it, it has some background on it. Because I'm not going to fully cover it with the acrylic. I'm just going to do like a very thin layer. So it gives me that vintage look. And I'm going to show you right now how to do that. So all you need to do is put your inks aside and go ahead and work with the acrylics. Get here a metallic acrylics. You just get one of your favorite brushes. I'm going to use this one. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead. This has like metallic purples on it. See, but I don't have metallic purple here, and I did the background on brown, so getting ink all over my fingers. So I think from this color palette here, I'm gonna go with the brown goldish again. I think, or either I use that or the green, but I think if I use the brown goldish, I will go for a better shot. So all you need to do is paint the border of the lid. Like I said, very thin layer. You don't have to like cover the whole thing. If not, if you cover the whole thing, then you won't see the effect of the ink below it. See, you can, I don't know if the camera catches that, but you can actually see the effect behind the acrylic. And it makes a good effect. I like that. I like the the technique I'm applying here. Okay, to add a little bit more magic to it, I'm going to add Tim Holtz Distress Stickles. This is peeled paint. This is like a greenish kind of color. I'm going to shake it a little bit. And I'm going to just go a little bit like that. And I'm going to use my finger to spread this out the whole box. And what it's going to give is some sort of a nice glittery look to the top of the box. Sort of like a finish. You can also go on top of the, I'm just going to grab the border of the tag. And just put a little bit of that glitter around it. I can actually go all over it, but I don't want to. Well, you know what? I think yes, I'm going to go all over it. So it shines. See, I got glitter on my finger. Oops. Okay, the rose has to stick there. Still a little bit wet, but I have to let it dry a little bit. See guys, this is the result. Oops. Sorry. This is the result. That stickle thing I love. I love the stickle. I'm gonna use a little bit on the sides of here also. Just spread it with my fingers like that for the border. Just to give that glittery look. Go over the sticker. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I love the stickle effect. It's really cool. And all I'm using is my finger. I don't have to use anything else. There you go. Got glitter here, glitter on the other side. And all you gotta do is put the little dragon in there. This is Mr. Tucker. Tucker is going in there. His cushion is safe in there. I also put a little bit of water and food. No, just kidding. And then you can cover your box. I have to wait. I can't cover it. I have to wait that the stress stickles get dry. It's a little bit wet, but you see the point. You cover your box and you got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful box. I'll take pictures of it so you can see it. So if you like this tutorial, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And once again, thanks for watching.